believe our own real special blend. A fairy tale comes true now, from start right to the end. So everyone come join the fun. Come on and let's pretend.
Yes, from New York City, it's radio's outstanding children's theater, Let's Pretend, created by Nyla Mack. And now, with Uncle Bill Adams away on his first vacation in 20 years, here's the second of the pretenders who's pinch hitting for him while he's gone, Sybil Trent.
Hello, pretenders. Hello. Today, how would you like one of the best-known, best-loved stories of all time?
We love it.
All right, then. Let's have Cinderella. Shall we start off to meet her right away?
Well, just as soon as Bill Lipton tells us how he traveled.
Well, it's so hot most every place these days. Let's cool off and take a dog sled.
Ah, Bill, a dog sled with plenty of Alaskan Huskies to pull it. And plenty of ice and snow to travel on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hop on, everybody, and let's push.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young girl who was called Cinderella. And just a moment now, let me wave my magic wand. I was her fairy godmother. I was thinking, why shouldn't I be the one to tell Cinderella's story for once? Fairy godmothers get so little chance to talk these days. But back then, my stars, I was busy all the time. And actually, I was off helping 2 of my other godchildren when things started going wrong for Cinderella. You see, her mother died, and her father married again. A proud, haughty woman with 2 proud, haughty daughters. And oh, how they treated poor Cinderella.
Cinderella, bring me my breakfast at once.
Mine, too, and be quick about it.
Yes, sisters. I'll be right back.
And kindly don't call us your sisters.
I'm sorry, Fanny. Here's your breakfast.
Miss Fanny. Impertinence.
And Miss Louisa, when you speak to me, slavey. Just because our mother made the wretched mistake of marrying your father definitely does not make us sisters.
And why, pray, is there no fresh fruit for breakfast? Why no strawberries, blueberries, or plums?
Oh, dear sis, I mean, Miss Fanny, I'm sorry there aren't any berries in the garden.
You could have gone out into the woods, couldn't you? What have you been doing all morning?
Making the fires, baking bread, sweeping and cleaning, washing,
ironing. Be quiet! I never heard anything so tiresome as your chatter.
Oh, well, good morning, my lovies. Dear me, isn't it a dreary day?
Good morning.
Stepmother, a dreary day? Oh, the sun is shining beautifully.
Who asked you for any comments, miss? And why are you just standing there? Go get my breakfast at once.
Yes, of course, Stepmother. I only wanted to ask, have you heard any news from my father yet?
News from your father? Certainly not.
Oh, when is he coming home?
I'd be happy if the business on which I sent him off to the seacoast kept him away forever.
No, he must come home soon.
Now, see here, Cinderella, whether your father comes or stays will make no difference to you at all.
Listen, someone's coming.
A rider.
Maybe his father.
Don't be an idiot, Cinderella.
Or a message from him. I'll go.
You will not. Out of the way, slavey.
Greetings from His Highness the Prince of the Kingdom.
Oh, Louisa, it's a herald from the castle.
Greetings from the prince. Well, my goodness, what is it? Does he ride this way?
His Highness requests the pleasure of the presence of you and your family at a series of balls to be held at the castle beginning tonight.
Oh.
Your servant, Mum. Good day.
How wonderful. How kind of His Highness. Thank you. Tell the prince we'll be delighted. Oh, my darlings, my lovies, did you hear?
We're invited.
And you know what this means, what it must mean. At last the prince is ready to look for a bride.
A princess. Me. You? Me. Why, with my eyes and my complexion...
Your eyes? How about my hair and my figure?
Your hair? Why, if I had hair like yours...
Darlings, Now is not the time to quarrel. You must both look ravishing. And just as soon as we have breakfast, we'll open the chest. Yes. Cinderella! My breakfast!
Oh, yes, stepmother. But I couldn't help listening to the news about the ball. Oh, couldn't I? Couldn't I go too?
What?
Well, the whole family, the courier said. I heard him. Though I would so like to be
family
there.
indeed. And who says you're part of the family?
You're the Cinder wench. That's why we named you Cinderella.
My father wouldn't let you treat
Oh, forget your father. Your place is by the hearth in the cinders. Now get my breakfast, Cinderella.
Cinderella, my golden bells. Quickly.
Yes, Fanny, here it is.
My crinoline, Cinderella. Why haven't you brought it?
I'll get it right away, Louisa. Here you are, Louisa.
Oh, I do look very well, if I do say so myself. Yes, it really shows that I didn't eat for 2 days. I'm as slim as a willow wand.
After breaking a dozen laces trying to get your stays tighter, a wonder to me you can breathe. Now, I am naturally slender. And if I do say so myself... my dears, are you all ready? Mother, is it time? The carriage is coming around from the stables at this moment.
Oh, do I look all right? Well, never mind her, Mother. Do you think the prince will admire me?
You both look perfectly splendid, and I'm sure I've never looked better either. The prince can hardly help but be impressed with all of us.
Wonderful.
Well, don't you agree, Cinderella?
What? Oh, yes, I do. Oh, stepmother, if I could only go too. Oh, please. I wouldn't let anyone see me, but I've dreamed of it so much.
Dreamed of it? Well, I never heard of
I
such...
couldn't help it. You've talked of it all week. Oh, please.
Now, enough of this nonsense. Come, girls, the carriage is waiting.
All right, Mother. Just imagine Cinderella at the ball.
Too funny. Go sit in the cinders, Cinderella. But be sure you're waiting up to help us when we get back, Cinderella.
Yes, stepmother. They've gone. They're driving off to the castle. I won't cry. I won't. But oh, how I wish. Oh, I wish
How you wish you could go to the ball. Is that it, Cinderella?
What? Oh, why, such a beautiful little lady. But how in the world
I'm your fairy godmother, Cinderella.
My fairy godmother?
And I arrived by magic, because the time is just exactly, absolutely right to the minute.
By magic?
Yes. It's quite clear things are about as bad and hopeless as they can be.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's true. But...
Well, that's the moment fairy godmothers wait for. Now dry your eyes, Cinderella, my dear. Don't cry another tear. You're going to the ball.
I'm going? Oh, but how? How, dear fairy godmother?
In a coach, of course.
Oh.
Let's see now. That pumpkin there by the pantry door. Perfect. Would you run and fetch it for me, child?
Oh, of course. But why?
We'll open the door here and set it just outside.
Oh, here you are, fairy godmother.
Will you put it down right there, dear child? Now, you see this magic wand I have in my hand?
It's magic?
Indeed. Watch. I touch the pumpkin. So. And there's your coach to take you to the ball.
Oh, fairy godmother, a real coach. And it's all gold. I never saw anything so splendid. Look at it, please.
Yes, it's very nice if I do say so. But come, child, we've a lot more to do yet. The coach can't take you anywhere without horses.
Horses? Oh, of course not. But we haven't any.
Don't look so worried. Isn't there a mouse trap in the cupboard?
Oh, yes.
Run and go get it, Cinderella.
Oh, yes, of course, godmother. Oh, here it is. My goodness, it has 4, 5, 6 little mice in it.
Perfect again. Open the door of the trap, Cinderella, and let the mice out one at a time.
Let them out? Well, all right.
Watch now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you are, my lovely. 6 beautiful white horses.
Oh, fairy godmother, they're so handsome. And look, golden hoof.
Yes, I always do very well with that sort of thing. But come, you still need a coachman. Isn't there a rat trap by the cellar door?
Oh, yes. I'll go and get it. Oh, Godmother, there's a big fat rat in it.
We're in luck all around. Open the door of his cage and watch.
At your service, milady.
Oh, fairy godmother. Now he's a fat, jolly coachman, all dressed in purple livery.
Coachman to quality, yes, Mum. And the best driver in the country, bar none. Oh, easy now. Will we be leaving soon?
Well, are you all ready to go now, Cinderella?
Oh, fairy godmother, in these rags, I couldn't.
My goodness. There I was almost forgetting the most important part. The part where you help with the magic.
I? But how?
Well, all you actually do right now is close your eyes. But it's the moment when all the things you are, when all your sweetness, kindness, and goodness are going to help. Close your eyes, Cinderella. Well, I'm really a little dazzled myself, Cinderella. With your help, I've outdone myself. You're lovely.
May I open my eyes?
Oh, for heaven's sake, yes. Look at yourself, child. Blue velvet, ermine, pearls.
Oh, it's a dream. And jewels on my fingers, in my hair.
Oh, wait now, one thing more. A tiny mask to add just the right touch of mystery. Oh, that should really intrigue the prince.
I'll see the prince.
I've no doubt you'll even dance with him. And now one word of warning and off you go.
Warning?
You must leave the ball before the clock strikes 12, Cinderella. That is most important. The magic ends at midnight, and the coach turns back to a pumpkin, and your fine gown to rags.
Oh.
Remember, before 12.
I'll remember, fairy godmother.
Now, coachman, come carry the princess to her coach.
Yes, Your Highness, at your service.
The princess?
You are a princess, my dear. Until midnight. A beautiful princess from a far-off land. Good night, Cinderella. Have a lovely time.
Oh, fairy godmother, how can I thank you?
Get up, Prince. Beauty, get up. Off we go to the castle.
Thank you. Thank you, fairy godmother.
She thanks me. But really, I have the oddest feeling that Cinderella is going to make me famous. I've never worked a transformation that looked more promising. If only she remembers to leave before 12. And now, before I go on with the story of my most famous godchild, Cinderella, here's Bob Hite, who has something he wants to say about magic.
Yes, whether pumpkins can still turn into coaches or not, there's still a lot of magic in the world, pretenders. And fairy godmothers aren't the only ones who can achieve it. Matter of fact, you yourself worked some magic just a little while ago with a box that talked. You turned a little knob, and all of a sudden there was music, laughter, and the story of Cinderella coming to you from a CBS radio studio in New York City. Yes, radio is our real 20th century magic, all right, bringing you fun and entertainment wherever you are, with just a flick of the switch. But now, before our fairy godmother here gets too jealous because she didn't have a radio in her day, let's go back to our story of Cinderella.
Of course, I, being her own fairy godmother, knew Cinderella was beautiful, even dressed in rags. But I must admit even I was dazzled when I saw her after I'd transformed her rags to silk and velvet. I couldn't resist seeing what happened at the ball, so I watched in my magic crystal. I saw Cinderella arrive at the castle. All the lords and ladies grew silent, awed by her loveliness. And then, as the music played softly, the prince himself came up to her.
Lovely princess, I beg you, your name, and o'er what happy kingdom do you reign? And how is it, above all, how is it I have heard no word of you or your beauty before now?
Your Highness, so many questions all at once. But suppose I came from the chimney corner and was known as a cinder wench.
Oh, you jest with me, Princess. But come, only say you will have supper with me, and I will be content for now.
I would be most happy to take supper with you, Your Highness. Oh, but look, 2 young ladies approach.
Oh, Your Highness, do pardon us, but we must meet this mysterious princess.
Yes, everyone is dazzled. Do pray introduce us.
Yes, very well. Miss Fanny, Miss Louisa, Your Highness.
Oh, charmed, so delighted.
An honor, Your Highness.
Miss Fanny, Miss Louisa, how odd. I have the feeling we have met before.
Oh, no, it couldn't be.
Oh, no, indeed. We certainly would remember meeting anyone so lovely, so exquisite as you, Your Highness.
Really? You think you would, Miss Louisa?
Oh, yes.
Well, if you will excuse us now, ladies. Her Highness has consented to eat supper with me. My arm, Princess.
Oh, sir, cannot these 2 young ladies join us?
Oh, Your Highness.
It is your wish, Princess?
I think they'd like it, Your Highness.
Oh.
Very well. Your wish is my command. Please join us, Miss Fanny, Miss Louisa. The supper room is this way, Princess. Would you have some fruit, Princess? An orange, perhaps?
Oh, sir, my plate is heaped with good things. But perhaps I could give this orange to Miss Fanny. Miss Fanny, you like fruit, don't you?
Oh, how did you know, Princess? Thank you.
And here are some grapes for you, Miss Louisa.
From your own lovely hand. Oh, you're so kind.
You are so tantalizing. Why will you not tell me your name, Princess?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Oh, the time. It's 11:45. I must go.
Go so soon? Oh, wait a moment. Let me see you to your carriage.
No, goodbye. I must go alone at once.
But, Princess, will you return tomorrow evening? Say you will. I must see you again. I must. Why, she's gone.
I was really most relieved that Cinderella had remembered, like a good godchild, to leave before 12 when the magic ended. In no time, she was back home, and when Fanny and Louisa got there a while later, Cinderella was in her rags again, sitting in the cinders.
Cinderella, why weren't you at the door waiting to help us? Come, take my shawl.
Hurry. Oh, come, help me unlace my stays. Heavens, what a disgusting lazybones you are.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Louisa. Did you have a good time?
Oh, it was marvelous. We sat at the prince's own table with the most beautiful and mysterious princess from some far-off land.
Really? And where did you get that lovely fruit? Those oranges and grapes.
The princess gave it to us with her own hands. Oh, what a gorgeous creature she was. You know, I'm afraid the prince was more interested in her than he was in us.
Oh, do describe her to me. Did she look, even a little like me?
Oh, what a hideous idea.
Don't even say such things. Come now. Help us get ready for bed. We must get plenty of rest so as to be fresh for the next ball tomorrow night.
Yes, tomorrow night. I can hardly wait. Hurry, stupid.
Fairy godmother, wherever you are, please come to me.
Good evening, Cinderella.
Oh, fairy godmother, thank you for coming.
I know. The prince is having another ball tonight, isn't he?
Yes. And I can't help wanting to go even more than last night. Oh, the prince was so handsome and kind and eager for me to return.
And return you shall, of course, in an even more beautiful gown than before. Let's see. White satin, I think, tonight, with crystal slippers. Does that sound pretty?
Oh, godmother. Fairy godmother.
Well, we'll get the pumpkin, the mousetrap, the rat trap, and let's get busy. But remember, tonight, too, the magic ends at midnight.
Oh, Princess, it's so wonderful being with you. I was so afraid you might not come tonight.
I almost didn't. My stepmother almost made my coach into a pumpkin pie.
What? Princess, I cannot be silent any longer. You are the maiden I've sought for years to be my queen, and I love you beyond words. Will you marry me? Say yes. Please say yes.
Oh, Your Highness, no. I mean, you mustn't ask me that.
Why not?
Oh, you don't know me. How would you feel if you discovered I wasn't really a princess after all?
It wouldn't matter in the least. I'd want to marry you anyway. You are so perfect, from your golden head to your tiny feet in their beautiful crystal slippers.
You think so? Oh, the clock. Is it striking 12? Oh, it is. I forgot to notice. I must go at once.
No, Princess, no. Wait a minute.
10, 11. Oh, what could I do for my godchild now? Across the miles I exerted all my magic powers, and just before the clock struck 12, I managed a little miracle. Cinderella tripped, and one of her crystal slippers fell off on the castle steps. And then it was midnight. The magic ended.
Sir Brian, I say there, did the princess come this way?
The princess, sire? Oh, no, sir, no one's come this way but a poor beggar girl.
Wait, what's that on the steps? Brian, you must be blind. It's her crystal slipper. Of course she came this way.
Her slipper? I must not have been noticing, sire. I was so excited by something else. There was a great coach standing right out there, and all of a sudden, just a moment ago, as the clock struck 12, the coach disappeared.
Yes, all very interesting, but it doesn't tell me where the princess is. And I haven't a single clue as to who she is except this glass slipper. Yes, that's it.
I beg your pardon, sire?
That's how I'll find her. I'll call on every maiden in the kingdom, and when I've found the one who can wear this crystal slipper, I'll have found the one I seek.
Louisa, you won't be able to get so much as one toe into the glass slipper.
Really?
If anyone can wear it, I can.
You? With those feet? Now, girls, don't quarrel.
Well,
just so one of you can wear it, that's all I ask.
Oh, please, stepmother. When the prince comes here, may I try on the slipper, too?
You? What an idiotic idea. Of course not. What? There he is. There he comes. Cinderella, get out of sight at once. Go to the kitchen and sweep, but don't embarrass us by showing your dirty face.
Very well, stepmother.
Hurry. There he is at the door.
His Highness the Prince.
Oh, Your Highness, enter. Here are my daughters, Fanny and Louisa.
Your Highness.
You remember them, I know, from the ball.
Oh, yes. But really, I'm afraid, I really doubt if the slipper will fit either of them.
Your Highness, you swore you would try the slipper on every girl in the kingdom.
Yes, so I did.
Well, I shall try first.
Very well, Miss Fanny. Sir Brian, try the slipper on her.
Yes, sire. Now, milady, if you will place your foot on this pillow. Here we are.
Try again. I'm sure that it'll fit.
I'm afraid it's no use, my lady.
Oh, don't tell me that. Try again.
No. It's plain to see it won't fit you. It's my turn.
Very well, Brian. Try it on, Miss Louisa.
There we are. There's my foot. Put it on.
I'm afraid it's no use, my lady.
I'm sorry, madam, but obviously neither of your daughters is the maiden I seek.
Stupid creatures, you didn't really try.
I'll bid you good day now, madam. Miss Fanny, Miss... Oh, I say. Who is that maiden?
Maiden? What maiden?
I just caught a glimpse of her at the doorway back there.
Oh, at the doorway. Well, then it's nobody, sire. It's just the scullery maid.
Please, bid her come in and try on the slipper.
The scullery maid?
I swore I would try the slipper on every maiden in the kingdom, as you yourself reminded me, madam.
Well, Cinderella. Come here, wench.
Yes, stepmother.
She has a lovely face. Sir Brian, try the slipper on the maid they call Cinderella.
If you'll sit down here, miss.
Oh, this is ridiculous and
Oh,
insane.
imagine trying to slip round.
Sire, it fits. It fits her perfectly.
Oh, no.
Yes, I knew it. Just looking at her, I knew it. Stand up, little maiden. Tell me truly, you are the princess I danced with, are you not? 2 nights in succession I danced with you and talked with you. It's true, isn't it?
Yes, sire, it is. And here is the mate to the glass slipper in my apron pocket.
At last I've found you. Now say you'll be mine.
In spite of my rags, you wish to marry me?
No rags could hide the goodness and beauty that shine from your eyes. Will you marry me and be my queen?
Oh, yes, my prince. I will.
Blow the trumpets. Let all the bells in the kingdom ring. I've found the lady of my heart at last. And she's promised to be mine. Cinderella will be my bride.
Yes, that's the story of my most famous godchild, Cinderella. And do you blame me for being just a wee bit proud of my part in the story? I didn't think you would. And thanks for letting me tell it. Goodbye now. Goodbye now. Well, time now to identify today's pretenders. Playing Cinderella,
Evelyn Juster.
Fanny,
Lillian Kahn.
Louisa,
Daisy Alden.
her stepmother,
Miriam Wolfe.
the prince,
Roger Sullivan.
the coachman,
Jack Grimes.
Sir Brian,
Bill Lipton.
and of course, our own Gwen Davies. As for the fairy godmother, well, that was I, Sybil Trent. The original music was composed and conducted by Maurice Brown. Let's Pretend is directed by Gene Height and written for radio by Johanna. Don't forget, if you live in New York or are visiting the city this summer, you can come to see a broadcast any Saturday. Just write for free tickets to CBS Radio, New York City. Oh, pretenders, supposing everybody but you said they saw something. And even though you looked and looked, you still couldn't see a single solitary thing. Would you speak right up and say so? Or would you pretend you saw what everybody else seemed to see? Well, once there was a whole kingdom full of people facing that problem. And what happened? You can hear next week when Let's Pretend brings you Hans Christian Andersen's famous story of The Emperor's New Clothes. See you then. And now, here's Bob Hyde again.
Yes, pretenders, do you and your family like to go out riding on Sunday, maybe off to visit friends and relatives in a nearby city? If you do, be sure and remind your family to keep the car radio tuned to CBS Radio during the afternoon for a fine program called On a Sunday Afternoon. Not only is there a lot of pleasant music to make the ride more fun, but there are frequent reports on traffic conditions, the latest sports results, and weather reports as well. Remember, On a Sunday Afternoon, right here on most of these same CBS radio stations. And remember, too, America now listens to 110 million radio sets and listens most to the CBS Radio Network.